Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I'm out and about again. You already know the score by now. My two favourite compadres, Paddy and Willow. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. I tell you what, it's another absolutely fantastic day today. I think we're just going to go and have a bit of a sit under this tree now. We're going to do a bit of grounding, and I've been seeing butterflies everywhere. I don't know if you've seen some of my YouTube shorts. Go and check it out. But butterflies, they represent like transformation, change, you know, because obviously the butterfly, it sits in the cocoon, doesn't it? And then it is sort of like being compressed, you know. It is, we're just going to sit down here. Oh, sit under this tree here. Do you know what? I want to get my shoes off as well and my socks. What? Oh, excuse me, what are you eating? Drop that now. Don't you be eating that. Because you had a bad tummy this morning. They pick up all sorts. I wish these young kids had... they wouldn't put, sorry about this, guys, I'm just taking my shoes off, socks off. I'll let you look at Paddy while I'm doing that. You don't want to see my feet. Some of you might though, I don't know, each to their own, I'm not judging. But yeah, what was I going on about? Yeah, if you check out one of my other videos, I basically talk about like the butterfly's journey, and we can sort of like correlate, and you know, we can take a lot of similarities in our own lives, because obviously before the butterfly does transform into a butterfly, it's sort of like letting the cocoon in it, and it's all compressed and tightened up. As soon as I say that, look, one flies by. The universe is always talking to us, guys. Fantastic, I love it, absolutely love it. And this is why I always talk about consciousness and being aware, you know. But this is why I get up every day now so excited, because there's so many things that we don't know of, but once we become conscious and aware, then we start to connect the dots. But anyway, we're going a bit deep there. But yeah, you've got to look at it like this, where you've been going through maybe a lot of trials and tribulations in your life, you know. You've been getting punished. Like, look at the butterfly, it's getting crushed, you know. It's sort of like led there, it's waiting for its willows doing a barking. No surprise that, yeah, the butterfly is sort of like tightened up, not able to move. Well, we can correlate a lot of this to our own lives, can't we? Where we're waiting for our opportunities, our breakthroughs, or, you know, security. Willow's the security. Look, she's like, ah, don't you bloody come over here. Paddy! Willow! Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, you've got to look at it like that, guys, and think to yourself, well, you know, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. And how long does it take for the butterfly to emerge? And before it does, it can't see anything, you know, its vision isn't clear. It's kind of like in the darkness, you know, and I can correlate a lot of that to my life, you know, like, because obviously, you know, I've been through a lot of different things, trials, tribulations. I know we all have. We can all sort of like think of this. We can compare this to ourselves and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a few things to think about, guys, you know what I mean? I'm being watched here recording, I've got a spectator. But yeah, we just, you know, when we look at the butterfly's journey, and there you go, mate. He was sort of like this, come on, take grass, and he was just looking over. I don't know. I suppose people are always just curious though, aren't they? Listen, I don't mind. maybe that old version of myself would have been like, oh, you know, but listen, each to their own. Maybe because I'm sat under a tree with my feet out, he's probably thinking to himself, what's he doing over there? I'm reconnecting with nature, my friend, telling my story about the butterfly's journey. But no, anyway, sorry about that, guys. And yeah, you can look to it like what happens before the butterfly emerges and becomes this beautiful, you know, magnificent colours on it, and it just takes off. You know, it's constricted, it's tightened up, it's in its cocoon, you know, it cannot see, it doesn't know. So it's kind of like, I look back to my journey and I think to myself, you know, when I first started this channel, I had no vision. I didn't, but I was trusting in myself, I was trusting in spirit, because something inside of me, guys, just told me to do it. You know, it was like this. You know, sometimes we have to walk into the unknown, don't we? Sometimes we have to take the chance. Like, it's a bit like when I always say, like, go into God mode. So, like, we've got G, which is the generator, which is your mind. And then we've got O, which is the operator, which is your heart. And then we have D. D is the destroyer, which is your body. And it could have been, I'll just give this for an example. I could have had the thought of doing my channel, and I could have had the feeling of fear and excitement. But then I could have like just scribbled out the D and not followed through, if that makes sense. Willow, I hope you're not rolling in poo there. Hey, Willow, come here now. Willow, come here. Naughty. Oh well, Willow, come here. Oi, what's this? What's this? Paddy, you're being good this morning, but Willow, Willow, come here. Oi, come here now. Willow, don't you be rolling in that poo. I swear down now, guys, she's a tinker for that. Sorry about that, guys, I forgot where we were now. Willow's rudely interrupted us, but no, yeah, going back to saying, you know, we when we get these ideas in our head, I hope that's not, just let me have a look. That better not be bloody poo, that. What you be? No, we're all right, go on, you can roll in it if you want. But sorry about that, guys. Ugh. Please do not be rolling in poo today, because I don't, if you do, you're going outside and you're getting cold water hose pipe. But yeah, you know, a lot of the times in our lives we get these thoughts or ideas, and then we get the feelings of either anxiety, excitement, fear, uncertainty, doubt, you know, whatever these might be. But usually we don't follow through with it, do we? We sort of like, we think, oh no, and then we dismiss it. But how many times have you probably done that in your life, and then you sort of like, maybe who's to say that that opportunity or that idea or that thought could have been your greatest uprising, you know? And that's where I sort of like know where I've, and that doesn't mean to say that everything that you think of now, or you get an idea that you follow through with, or and you know, you go into creative mode, because maybe you might get an intuition to say, oh well, I'm not too sure about that. And this is where we need to listen to our gut, which is our intuition, for this usually steers us in the right direction, guys. So yeah, but going back to the butterfly story, it's just crazy how the journey of transformation, and I feel as though I'm still in the cocoon, because this journey hasn't even begun for me anyway, personally. For I feel as though there's a bigger, stronger message at play here, you know, because the way I see it is, with the way the world is in at the moment, there's a lot of people down, a lot of people lost, a lot of people confused, because they're looking in the wrong direction, because they're looking... Security, can you be quiet, please? But you know, there's a lot of people, and hence why I'm doing this channel, to tell my stories, but not only that, to help people. Hence why eventually I will build a community, and you know, we can go forward with that. But all these things are for future things to play out in my mind. But she's so noisy. But yeah, guys, it's just there's just a lot. It's like I say, I've not even come out of the cocoon yet. I'm merely sort of like still in it, you know. But eventually, when the time is right, I will break out, and then that'll be it. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be but everything's on divine timing. It's not on my timing, because everything in your life happens for you at the right time for the right reasons. So yeah, just a few things for you to think about there, guys. But I think we're going to leave it at that. Paddy's been very good this morning. Paddy, come here, mate. Paddy. You know, yeah, he's been very good this morning. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. We're doing very well at the moment. And shout out to, I want to give a couple of shout outs as well. Shout out to Sean for your kind comments, and also Lou2CU, I think it is. Sorry if I've just butchered your name. I thank you so much for the well wishes for me and Mrs. Detours. I don't know if anyone caught the video the other day, but we're having another child. We're having number 4. So listen, there's abundance everywhere in all forms and shapes in life, isn't there, guys? So yeah, thank you so much for the well wishes on the new baby, which will be, I think the due date's the 16th of January. Yeah, 16th of January. So that's exciting, you know. And listen, I would never in a million years, because I'm 41 now, thought that something this, you know, something this grand or something this so lucky in this part of my life. But maybe because I look back about over a year ago, Mrs. Detours we lost a child, sadly, but you know, it was early days. But I always look back and think, well, maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe the universe saw that I wasn't ready because of the situation or the type of person that I was in, or the lessons that I'd not learnt yet, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you, Lou2CU. Sorry if I butchered your name, and thank you, Sean, for your kind comments. And to anyone out there, listen, get in the comments and just tell me. You could be anything. You can have a chat. Also, I have a Telegram group. If you want to join my Telegram group, it's in my link in my bio. Danny Detours Telegram chat. Just go on to Telegram, download the app. It's easy, guys, yeah? Join it. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. You can come into the community. We can have a chat. You know, if you want to, you know, you're more than welcome. You know, we can chat about anything, any problems, or, you know, any ideas, whatever it is. You know, that this is my idea to build a community. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that, because we're going on a bit. And my GoPro is like low battery, so I don't want it to die off. Yeah, but for me, Danny Detours, Willow and the Padster, I hope you have a fantastic day. Oh yeah, in fact, actually as well, guys, we need to check on someone. I don't know if he's still here, because I don't know if you remember on, oh yes, is he? There he is. And also from Colin the Cucumber, have a fantastic day, love you loads.